My name is Donna Lister and I'm an electrician. What made me decide I wanted to be an electrician was, I don't know, I didn't really fancy doing plumbing and I quite enjoyed physics at school and the sort of electrical and maths side, so I looked into that and I did a couple of days out with my old electrician and really enjoyed it, and so went from there. So my training to become an electrician took 2 years, and I was at college for 1 day a week, and then I worked for 4 days a week with work experience with another electrician. You then had to do a couple of shorter courses, which were evening courses, to get your test and inspect and 16th, 17th edition. So sort of all in, maybe nearly 3 years really. I got my first job through perseverance. I phoned about 50 electricians asking to be taken on as a trainee, and it took quite a while to find someone to take me on. But once I did, and it was another woman, which was great, I sort of didn't look back, but yeah, I had to do a lot of ringing around. There is no typical working day for me. Every day is different, and that's what I really love about the job. I do domestic electrical installations, which means I'm in people's homes, so different homes often, and different jobs. Anything from rewiring a house to changing a fuse board, putting up some nice new lights, or maybe even doing some work in the garden. I try and work a 40-hour week. It doesn't always pan out that way. Sometimes you're doing paperwork and quotes in the evening, and sometimes you're just really busy. But then being busy means you can earn more money, so it sort of swings and roundabouts. And then you can take time off, obviously, when you want to. So nothing typical, but you can hopefully balance it out. My favourite part of my work, well, partly getting paid at the end of a job, but also sort of job satisfaction of when you finish a job, seeing the results of your work and seeing that the client is happy with what you've done when you switch on her new lights and that sort of thing. So yeah, job satisfaction is a really nice part of the work. You do have to be very safety conscious in your work. I mean, you're dealing with electricity, which is dangerous and can kill you if it's abused. But a lot of it is common sense, and you know, you will learn that at college, and also when you're working, your employer will sort of help you through that. But it's nothing more really than just using your brain and making sure that you're keeping yourself safe. As an electrician, you can earn a good living, definitely. I'm very pleased with what I earn. If you want to earn more money, you can do 24-hour work, emergency work and weekend working, and you know, that's very lucrative. But really it's up to you. If you're self-employed, you can work the hours that you want and earn the money that you want. There's a reasonable amount of writing and form filling for the job. You have to test your work as you go along and issue certificates. But it's not really, once you get used to doing it, it's not that bad. And as a good electrician, you should be doing that anyway. So part of the job, I'm afraid. There are some times when you do need to use maths in the job, although not that often when you're doing domestic work, because you are doing fairly standard installations. But occasionally you come across something that's a bit different, and then you might need to sit down with your maths. But you have it all in your books, so you just have to refer back to those. I was doing a job for a lady in a house, fitting some new sockets. So I had to lift some floorboards and run new cables. And she had a dog, and I said, well, I'm going to shut the dog in the kitchen, make sure he can't sort of get around. Okay, fine. So finished up at the end of the day, put all the floorboards back down. Came back the next day to do some more work, and she said, my son is really upset with you. I said, oh, why? I thought, thinking I'd maybe broken one of his toys or something. Well, we couldn't find the cat last night. And I went, cat? You didn't tell me you had a cat. And she said, no, you nailed him under the floorboards. So they heard him sort of crying at 3 o'clock in the morning and managed to get the floorboards up and get him out. He was fine, but I learned from there, always check to see if they've got extra pets that they haven't told you about. I think within the electrical industries there's a lot of opportunities to move up. I'm self-employed, I run my own company, so I'm the boss, so I can't really promote myself. But I could expand my business and take on more staff and grow in that way. If you work for a larger company, obviously once you've done your training, there are opportunities to move up within the company itself, and then possibly to specialise in certain areas of work, like commercial or maybe refrigeration or lighting. So yeah, there are a lot of opportunities.